Hey there, musicians. It's Mr. Clegg back at you again with video number 8. And so now we're going to learn chord scales in other keys. So in the last video, we learned about major, minor, diminished, how many half steps are involved in constructing like a diminished chord and all that stuff. And we worked on the one just in the key of C. But now I'm going to show you how to make the chord scales in other keys. So in order to do that, I'm going to shift my, let's see. I don't know. Okay, there we go. Let's start on F. Okay, so here's F. And then, there's my, whoopsie. So these are just all the chords that go in the key of F. So there's my F. Okay. All right, then I'm going to go up to my G minor. Whoopsie. So that has a B flat in it because we're staying in the notes of that scale, and the key of F has a B flat in it. So there's my F, my G minor. Now we've got our A minor. Whoops. All right, then we have our B flat major. Whoops. Ah, geez. There we go. It's hard to do with these tiny keys, but there's our. I use two hands. There's my B flat major. Then we're back to a C major, right? And then here's our D minor, right? And then our E diminished, right? Because we have to use that that B flat key. Okay, so that was all the chords in the key of F, and then of course we can. I ran out of keyboard there, but we're back to an F chord. There you go. And so let's try the same thing in G. In fact, to do this, I'm going to scoot everything over a little bit. There we go. So now it'll all fit. So there's my G. G. Now we're going to go up to an A. Oh, sorry. That's not G, that's F. There's G. There we go. Now we're going to go up to an A, right? Minor. B minor. Oops, I totally messed that up, didn't I? Let's go back. G. There we go. A minor. Right, good. So B minor. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. There's my B minor. I had to get that F sharp in there. Now I have my C. My D. That's a major, right? It has to have that F sharp in it. And now I have my E. E minor. And finally, I have my F sharp diminished. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There's my F, and we're back to G. Okay, now so there's my G scale, and let's see if I can do the same one in A. In order to do that, I'm going to there we go. Scooch over there. Okay, so now we got our A. Remember the A chord. Right, so we did our 1, 2, 3, 4, and our 1, 2, 3. So there's our, okay, there's our A chord. Now we do our B minor. Whoops. Ah, geez, hard to hit the right keys here. There it is. There's our B minor. Now we're going to do our C sharp minor. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's our C sharp minor, our D major. Can't get my fingers in the right place on this phone screen. There it is. Okay, there's our D. And now our E. And when you practice this a little bit, you'll be able to tell by the sound instead of having to count keys every time. That's just that'll get easier. Then you have your F sharp minor. So you go 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. There's your F sharp minor. Okay. And finally you have your G sharp diminished. So it'll be 1, 1, 2, 3. So that's your diminished chord, and you're back to an A major. There you go. So there's the chords that belong to C major, F major, G major, and A major. And you can do this with all 12 keys. But the idea is once you start thinking about these in terms of their chord numbers, right? It starts to make everything hang together. So for example, we did Lean on Me that has C, F, and G. Okay, so that is the the C is the 1 chord, the F is the 4 chord, and the G is the 5 chord. And so it makes it pretty easy for us to, change the key of that song. So here you're going to play it like this in this key. Times in our life, we all have pain, we all have sorrow. Okay, so the cool thing is, if we wanted to, change and do that in a different key, I don't know if I can do this on this little keyboard. I think I can do it. So what if we wanted to do it in G? So let's see, now we're in G. We could just go to a 4 chord. It's the same pattern. I had to get that F sharp in there. So I just, I can just do that, and I could do that in, some of these keys are a little bit more challenging than others. If I was going to do it in A, there's a few more black keys in there, but it's the same basic idea. Let's see if I can do it on this little tiny keyboard. Whoops. Ay, ay, ay. Ay. Okay, there we go. It's pretty sloppy there, but hopefully you can see that once you've identified, the pattern here, I wasn't even really thinking about all those notes anymore. I was just knowing that there's a pattern that works. If I want to get to my 4 chord, I scooch over, here I'm in C. I scooch over these fingers like that and just make it look like that. And then back to my 1. 1, 4, 1. Okay, and I can do the same thing here. There's my 1, and then there's my 4, and back to my 1. Whoops. Oh, there we go. All right, so it's hard with these tiny fingers, but that's how it works. And you can use this pattern to make it easier for you to play stuff. One of the cool things that you'll find is, actually, I'm going to save the next thing I'll say about this for the next video, and I'll be right back with the next video. I'll see you guys later.